guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different, since all of us are stuck at home because of the quarantine. I thought I'll do a video on how to get through this time based on your moon sign. So basically a quarantine how-to for each of the moon signs. So stay tuned. Before I get started with the rest of the video, I wanted to let you know that I do natal chart readings. So if you're having any challenges in your life, you can contact me with your birth chart details, your birth time, date, place, month and year, and I'll look at your birth chart and I'll tell you what kind of challenges you might be facing. I'll give you an action plan that you can use to overcome these challenges. I also do synastry chart readings, so these are also called relationship compatibility readings. So if you're already in a relationship or if you're thinking into getting into one, you can contact me for a reading. I'm going to look at both of your charts and tell you what you can do to make the relationship better and what kind of challenges you can expect while in the relationship. I also do tarot card readings, so if you're facing challenges related to your health, your career, finance, relationship, or any other aspect of your life, you can contact me for a tarot card reading as well. So to contact me to get a reading done, drop me a message on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Venusianscorp. You can also drop me an email at astroluck111@gmail.com and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Right now I'm doing a promotional rate for all of my readings, so get in touch with me for a reading today. So let's get started with the video. So this time, we are all under quarantine right now, and everybody is pretty much at home. So I decided to do this video from an astrological standpoint, and I decided to focus on the moon signs because the moon is basically your mind, your emotions, your subconscious. So it basically shows you how you react in different situations, how you cope with different situations. And the quarantine is no different, So I thought I'll do a video on how to get through the quarantine period, what you can do to make things feel a little bit better for you while you're stuck at home, depending on your moon sign. So let's get started. So the first one is Aries moon. So let's say you're in Aries moon and you're having to stay at home. What are some of the things that you can do to make life better? So Aries, because it's a fire sign and it's the first sign of the zodiac, you're probably going to be someone who likes a lot of action. You are a go-getter. You like to make yourself feel good by doing things. So what I would suggest is, because Aries is ruled by Mars and Mars is about your drive, your ambition, and Mars is about action, what I would say is set some goals and start working on them. I would say that being stuck at home for an Aries moon is a really good way to start doing your workouts, things that you may not have paid that much attention to before. So it's a really good time for you, Aries moon, to do more workouts at home. There are tons of videos on YouTube. You can pick up any one of those and start working out more. That's going to make you feel much better because first of all, you're exercising, you're channeling that Mars side of your moon sign, and that's going to make you feel really good inside. The second moon sign is Taurus. So Taurus moon, if you are stuck in quarantine, if you're stuck at home, some of the things that you can do are focus more on the creative side because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about creativity and art and music. So explore more about art. You can do some painting, sketching. If you're into any kind of handicrafts, now is a really good time to get back into those. You can sing, you can decorate the house, anything that's basically artistic and beauty oriented. You can do makeovers for yourself, even your family members, if you guys are staying together. You can start focusing on making your own food and trying out different recipes because Taurus moons love food, and this is an excellent time for self-care and using food, cooking nourishing food for yourself to indulge in self-care. So that's Taurus moon. Moving on, Gemini moon during the quarantine, what you can do to tide over this time. So Gemini is ruled by Mercury. You're probably in your thoughts a lot. You probably tend to worry a lot. You do have a lot of restlessness in you, like you don't like to sit still. You're probably very fidgety. So during this quarantine, what I would advise you is, you can download some of these free online puzzles that you get and work on them. It's going to exercise your mind. It's going to keep some of that extra nervous tension and energy off you. You're going to feel a little bit more stable and more calm by doing that. You can watch movies that are psychological thrillers, like where they're sort of trying to figure out or investigate a crime scene. Those things really get you interested because you like to solve things. Mercury is about the mind, and you really like to solve things. So look at puzzles. Look at you can try the crossword. You can any games that really stimulate your mind, like word games. Word games are actually really good for a moon in Gemini because Gemini rules communication, which is about the third house of communication. So word games like Scrabble or even Pictionary, those are really good choices for you. So those are some of the things that moon in Gemini can do to make use of this time during the quarantine. Next is Moon in Cancer. So Cancer is all about the home. It's all about nurturing. It's all about caring for other people, and it rules the fourth house, which is about the home. So a Moon in Cancer. One of the really good things for you is to stay around water more. So what I would advise you is to take long baths, salt water baths, because those are going to be really cleansing for you. It's going to soothe you. It's going to make you feel more comforted. I would also say cooking some of your favorite comfort foods, things that remind you of your childhood, things that your mom used to probably make for you. Those are going to be really good for you. So you can try cooking some of those. Also, just taking care of yourself. Cancer, it's a water sign, it's very emotional. So you are generally a homebody. Moon in Cancer likes to stay at home, but during the quarantine, because it's an extended period of time, you may feel a little bit frustrated sometimes. So try not to get too emotional. That's why I said water, staying around water or having salt water baths. Those are really going to help you keep you grounded. Using crystals that help you ground you more can be excellent. I think that black tourmaline is an amazing crystal to keep you grounded and ward off any kind of negative energy. So you can use that to keep you more emotionally in check. Moving on, Venus in Leo, sorry, Moon in Leo. So Moon in Cancer was all about emotions, and the fourth house. Moon in Leo is going to be, it rules the fifth house of. So Leo rules the fifth house of hobbies and recreation. So this time of the quarantine is amazing for you, Moon and Leos, to focus on hobbies that you've left behind or things that you've not really spent much time on. So anything that you enjoy, like it could be journaling, it could be working out, it could be music, it could be any hobby that you've stopped doing, you should take that up and focus on that more. And because Leo is a fire sign, and it's all about, they do like the attention. So I would say, getting on YouTube, doing a couple of videos, I think that's going to be really great for Moon Leos. It's a good way to use the time and also sort of get the attention without being so much, in the limelight. It's a nice way to channel that side of Leo. So you can use this time to do that. Moving on, Moon in Virgo. So Virgo rules the sixth house, which is all about daily chores, routine, and everyday activities. So I would say that a Moon in Virgo, use this time to structure your day. Have a schedule in place, almost like a timetable, that you're going to wake up at this time, you're going to have breakfast at this time. You're going to do certain things and plan out your day in a certain way. Having that kind of structure, Moon in Virgo, is really going to help you feel more controlled, more sorted, like you've got this stuff together. And I would say that it's better that if you write it down, like whatever schedule you have for your day, write it down with a time with a schedule in place, that's going to really help you stick to whatever you've planned. Also set goals for yourself, Moon in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, they're very practical. It's a very service oriented sign also. So set goals for yourself and break them down into smaller chunks that you can start working on, and the more you overcome them, the more you accomplish these goals, the better you're going to feel about them. Because Virgo is a practical sign, I feel like doing things and accomplishing things are really going to be great for you. Moving on, Moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is a very intense sign. Moon in Scorpio, you probably have a lot of intense emotions as it is by default. And during this quarantine, you may feel like you have a tendency to brood more, or just, vegetate more, or just stay in your feelings a lot. So I would say channeling these feelings into something, like you could write poetry, you could write down your thoughts in a journal, you could sing. So any way to channel these intense emotions that you're feeling into some form of art. You could draw, you could paint, you could sketch, and I think that's a great way to get your feelings out, get your emotions out, and channel them in a way that's productive rather than brooding and just sitting on it. I think it's much better, Moon and Scorpio, if you channel these emotions into something that's constructive. So that's a really good way to get through this quarantine without feeling stifled. So that's Moon in Scorpio. Moon in Sagittarius, you probably love to be outdoors. You love nature. So this is going to be an exceptionally trying time for you, Moon in Sagittarius. You're probably going to be hating the quarantine the most out of all the zodiac signs. So I would say use this time to replicate nature in the house. You could try gardening at home. It's going to get you to do some kind of exercise at the same time. You're going to have some greenery around you. If you don't have a very large space at home, these days you get a lot of options to have compact gardens at home, indoor plants. Those are going to make you feel like you're around nature, and you're going to feel a little bit calmer, like you're still outdoors, but even though you're not really outdoors. The other thing you can do, Moon in Sagittarius, is pretty much similar to Moon in Aries. You can start working out more, because Sagittarius loves to, it's ruled by Jupiter, and its symbol is the centaur, which is half human, half horse. So definitely you do have a lot of need to exercise and be more sporty and outdoorsy. And I think this is a great time to start working out and channel that extra energy that you have inside you towards something constructive and productive. So you can check out a lot of YouTube videos, tons of workout videos out there, and start doing those at home. You're going to feel much better. I promise you, Moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Capricorn. So Capricorn, you're an earth sign. You probably, because it's ruled by Saturn, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, you do tend to have a little bit of a heavy, pessimistic outlook towards life. And during the quarantine, you may feel like it's doomsday, like, there is no getting through it. But trust me, there is. Moon in Capricorn, what you can do is try to be more productive, because I think Capricorn likes to accomplish things. They are achievers, they're very ambitious, they're very driven. So, Moon in Capricorn, one of the things you can do is set very ambitious goals for yourself, and try to break them down into smaller goals that you start accomplishing every day, every week. And as you tick off those goals, once you start accomplishing them, you're going to feel much better about yourself, and the quarantine isn't going to feel so bad as it is right now. So it's all about productivity for you, Moon in Capricorn. So do things that make you feel productive. I think that's a really good thing for Moon in Capricorn. I would also give one more tip, that is, Moon in Capricorn, try to wake up earlier than you normally do, because that's going to make you feel like you've seized the day, like you've made full use of the time, and that you're not sitting around and vegetating, because I think that's very harmful for a Moon in Capricorn. The last thing they want to feel is unproductive. So that's about Moon in Capricorn. Moving on, Moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius, you love technology, you love gadgets, you love sci-fi, you love futuristic things, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is all about these things. So what you're probably going to love to do, or what you can do during this quarantine, is to explore new technologies. learn new skills. Like I would say, use this time to take up an online course, learn a new skill set, learn a new technology. That's really going to exercise your mind, because Aquarius is an air sign, and like all air signs, they like to think a lot, and they like to process things. So Moon in Aquarius, you should definitely take up a new course, a new skill set that's going to exercise your mind, that's going to make you feel much better, that you're utilizing this time effectively. I'm sorry, I think I forgot Moon in Libra. Sorry about that. Moon in Libra, because you rule the seventh house of partnerships, now would be a really good time to focus on your family or whoever you're living with, and focus on balance in the home, focus on harmony, do things that make you feel at peace. If there are communication issues, if you're in a romantic relationship and you're staying with your partner, if there are issues that have been boiling and festering for a long time, this quarantine is a great time to resolve those issues. So talk it out more, communicate with your partner, and try to find a common ground, a compromise that's going to address both of your needs. Libra, also because you like to you are an artistic sign, because Libra is also ruled by Venus, So I would say that it's a good time to pursue artistic things, and you love beauty. So you could do makeup sessions for yourself, or you could just beautify the home, beautify your environment. You could do a little bit of online shopping. Retail therapy is always good for a Moon in Libra. So those are some of the things that you can do to get through this little bit of a trying time. So the last one was Moon in Aquarius. Now moving on to Moon in Pisces. So you're probably very volatile at this time, because you're picking up on all sorts of energies around you. So this is a good time to start meditating more, go inward, because Pisces, you're very spiritually inclined as it is. You already have the natural gift of tapping into astral planes in different dimensions. So this is a great time to start meditating more, go inward, observe your thoughts, observe your feelings, and you'll come to new realizations during this period. It's going to really transform you in a much, much better way than you had ever thought of. And it's also going to keep you more grounded and centered. I would also say, Moon in Pisces, this is a great time to take up yoga if you don't already do yoga, because yoga is going to help you stabilize those emotions that you already feel a lot of. It's going to help you calm your mind down, help you ground yourself a little bit more, and be more centered as a person. So, guys, that's some of my tips on how to get through the quarantine period for each of the moon signs. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, you can click on the subscribe button, and you can also click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button, so that whenever I post a new video, you get an update in your inbox. So that's my take on today's video. So keep watching, guys. I'll be posting videos every single week. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.